In the last decade, the governments of Kenya and Ethiopia have been working closely to strengthen the economic and commercial ties. Along with increasing the volume of trade, the two countries have also been enhancing on knowledge exchange among the citizens of both nations. In March 2020, several teams from the Ethiopian Pharmaceutical Supplies Agency EPSA jetted into the country on a knowledge exchange mission. The exchange visit was organized by Pamela Steele Associates, who are helping the EPSA board and management to transform their supply chain management systems and build the capacity of the staff with funding from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Recently, we have a building collaboration with the support of PSA, which is Pamela and Steele Association. So we are exchanging knowledges, we are exchanging experiences that how can we serve our people, how can we deliver the pharmaceuticals to the last miles of our people.
These knowledge exchange visits come after a successful visit to KEMSA in August last year by the board and executive management of EPSA. Join us as we follow the various teams on their learning journey. The first team to make the knowledge exchange visit was the team from Inbound Logistics. It comprised a team from the Procurement Directorate and another from the Finance Directorate. The team from the Procurement Directorate visited KEMSA to learn about procurement best practices, while the Financial Directorate team visited KPMG to learn about the International Financial Reporting Standards, IFRS. The Procurement Directorate visited both the KEMSA headquarters at Commercial Street in Industrial Area and the KEMSA depot in Endalkachew. The objective of the visit was to help EPSA improve information systems for accurate collection and reporting of data when and where needed, improve forecasting and procurement, improve distribution activities, put in place clean, secure and organized storage, and implement a good transportation system.
Directorate staff were basically 6 in number, and we wanted to give them an interface on how KEMSA operates, so that they may be able to compare and contrast what they do in Ethiopia in procurement, considering that they are organizations which are basically operating from the same background.
At Commercial Street, the EPSA team was taken through the KEMSA governance structure, the enterprise resource planning system, record keeping and compliance with procurement best practices and standards. At the Endalkachew depot, the team were taken through setting up warehousing systems and structures and how distribution is done all the way to the last mile.
The most I have learned from these 3 days, especially start from organograms up to items dispatch, especially I see the system.
The EPSA team were taken through various presentations by the KEMSA staff. The EPSA team found the presentations very insightful.
The staffs from different departments came out and they shared their experiences, and we have gained a lot from their what they have shared us, and I think our expectation is met.
I really appreciate that for having this experience at KEMSA. I think our officials see what's changed after we go back to the office.
EPSA has been using the generally accepted accounting principles, GAAP, but the world is moving towards the International Financial Reporting Standards, IFRS.
Previously we were reporting our financial statement in GAAP, but currently we are converting this reporting system from GAAP to IFRS.
The IFRS standards will help bring transparency, accountability and efficiency in financial management of EPSA.
We do this accounting on each asset. So you have to demonstrate the term, the period of lease. But you see, if the lessor can substitute it, it means it could be a short-term lease. It could be a lease for 1 day, because they can come and substitute that asset the following day. Then you start lease accounting for that new asset again. Yeah. So when you do lease accounting for the 10 vehicles, we will not necessarily say that we have 1 lease. No, for accounting purposes, you have 10 leases in 1 contract.
KPMG is building the capacity of EPSA staff to enable smooth transition from GAAP to IFRS.
IFRS has its own stages and steps. So by now, we have already finalized the 2 steps, which is producing the policy and procedure manuals, which is the base of this implementation. And then the second basic is valuing or valuation of fixed assets.
A week later, the outbound logistics team made its way into the country. On the first day, the team interacted with the quality assurance and quality control team. They visited the quality assurance lab and were taken through the various machines.
The quality assurance or QA, QC works a lot from KEMSAs. In our context, there is not yet started.
The quality assurance team are very organized. They have sophisticated laboratory, well organized laboratory, and quality assurance involves in every stream, from the receiving up to dispatch.
On the second day, the team were taken through the warehouse operations.
The warehouse operation processes are more seamless than what we are doing in EPSA.
In the afternoon, they interacted with the sales and marketing team. On the third day, the ICT team took them through the Logistics Management Information System LMIS and the Enterprise Resource Planning System ERP.
The technology they deploy and utilize for the supply chain operations is different from our case. So they implemented the ERP, and in our case we use HCMI, Health Commodity Management System, which lacks many features.
Our biggest challenge in my organization is data visibility, right? So I observed that in KEMSA, the data visibility is very high. They capture data from the facility level up to the center, and they use it for different decision makings. They use ERP. The ERP module helps them to improve and to be the responsive supply chain organization in Kenya. So we have to take that lesson to our organization. Our organization, doesn't have such kind of platform, data transfer platform.
On the last day, the team interacted with the customer service team and later in the afternoon had a presentation from the Planning and Continuous Improvement Department.
Planning and Continuous Improvement Directorate, they do very, surprise things. They involve in amenities. They try to, develop the strategic plans, and they try to, measure from individual level. They have, different KPIs from individual level up to corporate level. So our MND, our plan directorate should be strengthened just like this one.
It has been an intensive 2 weeks for various EPSA teams. There were many lessons learned and several gaps have been identified that the team plans to address.
The two teams were basically able to, kind of be taken through those processes, and they were comparing with what they do in their different countries, and were asking questions, and it came out very clearly that there are distinct differences between the two operations.
Automation of the activities. This is the main point I've got, because in our organization or in EPSA, we do our day-to-day activities manually, which is very cumbersome and tiresome.
When I back to my office, I should train my staff in according to this what I get new. I encourage my people to know about the standards, and when we do audit engagements, we are already active.
We have a quality assurance department. So we will try to, or I will try to strengthening that department.
I'm very surprised, honestly speaking. In every working stream, there are so many specialized persons, in our organization, dominantly the employees are the pharmacy background. But in such organization, there are so many disciplines. There are many experts, there are statisticians, and there are supply chain experts, and so many disciplines are involved in the supply chain. So my organization should think that one and take a lesson for improvement.
The government of Ethiopia, particularly the Minister of Health, should authorize EPSA so that it can decide on its internal issues, including just hiring competent, skilled supply chain specialists and retain them so they can deliver what is expected, so that the people will be happy with the service the agency will provide.
The EPSA team appreciates the selfless efforts by KEMSA, KPMG and Pamela Steel Associates to make the engagement a success.
So this program is very valuable. So I personally acknowledge Pamela Steel.
I would like to thank PSA for the arrangement of this very productive and important training. All the staff PSA and specifically to the managers or directors, Ms. Pamela, for her courage, for her passion to support African people.
Pamela Steelen, በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። በጣም ጥሩ አጋጣሚ ተፈጠረልኝ። እዚህ በመምጣቴ ብዙ ነገር አውቃለሁ። የመጣሁትንም ነገር ወስጄ እዛ ለመስራት ሞክራለሁ፣ እሰራለሁ።
I like to thank the EPSA top management for allowing us, providing us this opportunity to learn best experiences from KEMSA. We should not go through all the ups and downs that KEMSA passes to reach this level of development. So we need to learn and capture the best experiences so that we can apply in our setup.
Yes, I would like to thank Dr. Jonah Manjari, the CEO of KEMSA, for having given PSA this opportunity or to bring the Ethiopia personnel to come and learn from them on what they have done. KPMG really did a good job because we gave them this request at a very short notice, and they were able, despite the fact that they were busy carrying out some audits and many other engagements at the beginning of the year, they were able to accept our request and accommodated it.
It is said that knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key. The team from inbound logistics is already back in Ethiopia, while the team from outbound logistics is still on a knowledge-seeking mission as they will be crossing the borders to Uganda to learn from the Uganda National Medical Stores. Through the South-to-South knowledge exchange, the EPSA staff are continuously acquiring important skills and experiences, and it's just a matter of time before EPSA is transformed to be the best and most responsive medical supplies institution in Africa.